Welcome to Date Yourself, the podcast. I'm your host, Amber, and no matter if you're married or single, I think the world would be a better place if we all dated ourselves. During this podcast, we discuss being unapologetically yourself, ditching the bullshit, and tuning into more peace by making joy a choice. Through listening to this podcast, you might create a lifelong glow-up, just saying. It's time you start appreciating yourself more and date yourself. Today I am exploring the topic of miracles and luck. I've been pretty lucky since I started to look into manifesting, and before I did not feel lucky at all. And I truly just thought that life was happening to me, not for me. This is like a reframe, one of my favorite reframes. Some people think that life is against them or life just overcomes them. And I've changed that into life is happening for me. Everything that comes on my path, I truly see as a lesson that I can learn from and just learn something from and grow from. And that just puts you in this empowering state where you are more excited about life instead of scared and waiting. And I used to be scared a lot. I used to wait for happiness to strike, right? For other people to make me happy. And a lot of us are still in that space, and I think that that's really normal. And it's also scary to take this much ownership over your life, to be like, yeah, I'm going to take this shitty situation and see it as a lesson. What can I do better? Or how did I get into this? Or stuff like that. That takes a lot of maturity and courage. But it's so empowering. It's changed my life for the better because I can now turn every shitty situation into a better situation. Not that it's easy or I still need some time, right, to be mad or uncomfortable or sad or whatever. But yeah, everybody has their own story, right? My story is a bit hard as well. And so I'm pretty proud of myself for being able to do that. And so if you're healing and you're wanting to do this as well, practice forgiveness or just explore how you got into certain situations, I commend you for doing that work. It's hard work, but you're doing so good. You're gifting yourself life because you are, through doing that, you can see the best in every situation, right? And that is such a strength for sure. It gives you perseverance and a positive outlook on life. And I wish for everyone to have that, but it isn't easy. And starting with it can be as small as just deciding that you are willing to see the lesson in it and then just be open for seeing that. I think that is also, this is not even one of the things that I put on the list to talk about today. But I do think that is going to help you attract more miracles and luck because you are in this vibration of, I'm looking for the positive in this. And so if you have that mentality, you are going to recognize more of the positive. If you're closed off to it, if you are pessimistic, if you are in the victim mode, it's very hard to see the bright side, right? So yeah, I would say training yourself to do this is going to help you attract more luck because you are open to see opportunities. You are open to see opportunities in the sense of what is it trying to teach me, right? That is an opportunity, learning something. And also, if you're open-minded, if you are willing to step into the ring again, we can become really afraid and not try anymore, right? And I feel that is natural, and sometimes that is part of our healing, to just take a step back and take care of yourself, but then to try again because you believe that life is happening for you still, and seeing how that works. That will help you to see better possibilities. So they also talk about if you have gone through a really shitty situation, that it's really good to try again, but actively look for positive situations to override what you have been through, right? To see oh, but that's not all that can happen. There is good out there, right? And that's how you get that faith again, to see not everything has to happen like this. There are good people out there. There are better opportunities that fit me better. It takes a lot of courage, but having that mentality of life is happening for you by seeing that you have gone through something because you had to learn that lesson, that can help you step back into that ring, right? That can give you hope and faith and courage. And that's what we need to get out there again, right? So the other thing that I would love to talk about, so jealousy is one of the many difficult emotions that human beings process, right? It's not a fun emotion to feel. And I have developed this technique where I am able to quickly turn it around. And it's not like I don't get jealous, I do get jealous. But I do something with it that gets me in a really good mood. And I want to teach it to you today as well, because I think you're going to love this reframe and it will make you way more attractive as well. So this is it. So if I see someone having something that I love, that I would really love as well, first of all, that is something that I put on my notes of what I want to manifest, right? If you get really excited by something, it's just a hint of inspiration, like, oh, this is something that I really would love to grow towards, right? Those things are important because if you don't know what you want, how can you make yourself more happy, right? So take a mental note of those moments where you feel jealousy. What is it that you want about that situation or that person or that thing? Then I see it as a confirmation that it's out there for me too, because I'm seeing it. Like sometimes we are conflicted about what we want. And so if I'm seeing it in front of me, I'm like, oh, look, there is confirmation that this is possible. And so it's possible for me too, right? And then the third step, because the feeling of jealousy isn't really nice because you are like, I cannot get this, or I don't have this yet. That is a feeling of jealousy, right? You really want something, but it's not there yet, and you see someone else having or experiencing it. And so that makes you feel like it's not here yet. So the law of attraction states that what you believe is going to happen will happen. And if you believe that it's not already here, if it's not yours, it's going to reflect that back to you. So if you're like, oh shit, I wish that I had that, you are sending out an energy of, I don't have it yet. And so what you want to do with manifesting is feel like it doesn't really matter if you have it or not, because then you are detached from it. Because otherwise it's this really clingy energy and you're kind of closing yourself off through that. I give the example of closing your fist, right? So it's a closed hand. And then if you are detached from it, you're more open. So your hand is open now, right? And if your hand is open, it's kind of this gesture of receiving, right? And energetically, that is what we do. If we're jealous, we're closed. And if we are kind of like, yeah, that would be really fun and I am happy for that other person to have it, you're open, you're receptive. What helps to do this is to actually wish that person something even better. I learned this from Catherine Sinkina, Manifestation Babe. She says that she wishes that person the best, but tenfold. So she even takes it a step further, and I've been experimenting with this, and it's actually a really good feeling to wish someone well, and then 10 times more. And what this does is just really shifts your energy, your perspective of like, yeah, I do wish that person even better. Like, why not? And so what you put out as an energy, which like wishing someone, blessing someone basically, is a really good feeling. If someone wishes you well, you can feel that, right? It's just a really warm, loving energy. And so that's also the energy that you're going to put out, which makes you even more attractive to get what it is that you want or something even better, right? So this is now what I do, and I have noticed such a difference in how I feel around the possibility of getting something, and so that really helps with manifesting. Speaking of energy, these last two tips are also intertwined with that. I truly believe that everything is energy, and you are always sending out energy. You can feel this. Within a connection, you can feel how someone else is feeling, or kind of if they have a problem with you, or like energy is all around you. I give this example of if two people had a fight and you walk into that room, you can feel the tension. That's because of the energy that they've been sending out. Energy is translated through words, through emotions, and actions, of course. And mostly thoughts that become beliefs. Those are really powerful because you are thinking thoughts all day long, and 95 of your thoughts are repeated thoughts. And so if you have a really strong belief, that is going to manifest, because what you believe is what you will see reflected back to you, right? So you knowing your belief patterns and catching yourself if you are not empowering yourself but kind of underestimating yourself or whatever, catching that is so helpful. And then to rewrite that story and change it into a helpful belief, that is going to help you heal and help you see so many more possibilities and attract what it is that you want. Because you feel more worthy, you feel more ready, you are ready for that change, right? For that breakthrough. This is what I do within my coaching. This is what I do within all the resources that I have on my website. I help you rewrite your beliefs and change your story. So another part of this is becoming the energy that you want to attract. I recently recorded this TikTok about having manifested my soul sisters, my group of people that are just feel like family to me. So I did this through becoming the person that I wanted to attract. Like, my friends are truly the people that I've always wanted to have around me. And so before I attracted them into my life, I decided that I was going to become that person as well, to stop hiding myself, to go out there and go to workshops, to women's circles, to stand-up shows, be the person that I wanted to attract. You have to become that person as well, right? In order for you to attract those people who kind of can recognize you within that as well. And so that's exactly what happened. And so I stepped into this role, this person that I wanted to attract by becoming her myself. And so that was also sending out an energy, and that my reality, my outside world responded to, because then the people started coming in, and then the opportunities started coming in. So the last tip that I have for you is setting your intention. Setting your intention is so powerful. It's one of my simplest, most used techniques if I want to manifest a miracle. So setting your intention works like this. You are just like, no matter if you believe in a God, universe, a higher power, or whatever, you just ask for help, in the sense that you say like, thank you, universe, for providing me with the answer to my question today, for example. Thank you for this miracle, for helping me overcome this tough period of my life. I would love to see this differently, like what I can do, or how you see this situation. Help me see it through a lens of love, right? It's kind of like prayer, but I see it a little bit different. It's more like just asking for help as if it has already happened. And so it's kind of this statement of manifestation of, I would like to manifest this. Thank you so much. If you get into that statement, like it's already happened right now, that is what you are believing. And so that is the energy that you're going to attract, because what you believe, you attract, right? If you're like, thank you, but it's not here yet, that is what will be reflected back to you as you believe that it's not here yet. So if you are like, thank you for this, you say it as if it has already happened, right? So you can set your intention for anything, for a miracle, for a change of perception, which is basically a miracle. So you can see other ways of handling things, or better opportunities, or a way out or a way in. You can ask to feel a certain emotion that day. I love doing this. It always comes true. For example, if I've had a rough week, I will set the intention for softness that day, for nurturing feelings or nurturing moments. If I need some more energy, I will say like, thank you for helping me see how I can create more time, and making me feel replenished, and see how I can create more energy for myself. If I want to be more social that day, you can set the intention to meet new people, or just have this really cozy moment, or sometimes set the intention for a blessing, an unexpected a positive change, and then sometimes like a random manifestation that I hadn't thought about in like weeks comes through, or it just works like that, and it's magical. So if you haven't not tried out in setting your intention yet, highly recommend. It's so fun. And yeah, those were all my tips for miracles and more luck. It's all kind of energy work and changing your beliefs into something empowering. Let me know how this goes for you. If you have any questions around this, let me know on Insta. I love DMing with you. And I hope to see you in another episode. Love you. Bye. Are you ready to date yourself, my love? I have a beautiful guide where I share a soul vision meditation to hone in on your vision, what it is that you really desire, and to come back home to yourself. It is in the free Date Yourself guide. There are also helpful journal prompts to let go of your critique voice by first discovering why it's even there and what it is critiquing you on. This is if you're ready to dive deeper, because if you know, you can change your story. And then there's also, I'm really giving away all my tools, an EFT video in there to flip the script, to rewrite your belief systems around confidence and also the critique voice in your head, to start feeling better about yourself, to hone in on that self-love. Because when you are loving yourself, you're in the flow, you're tuned into your intuition, life just seems to go easier. And so let's tune out of the fear stories, flip the script, and get you in your confidence era. You can click the link in the description to find the Date Yourself guide and get all these freebies inside that guide as well. It's for free. You can download it now.